Hey guys, it's Elizabeth, Finding Elizabeth, and today is Wednesday, October 11th, 2017. Sorry, I'm a couple days late with my update video. I have always made sort of snide comments about people who say that they're not making videos anymore because life got in the way, but I'm sort of getting a better sense of that now. It does sometimes get in the way. And, when you're living with somebody else, when usually I live alone, there are other things that you do that sometimes fill up your day. So, sorry for every time I said, life doesn't get in the way, you can still make a video, but I am still making a video, just a couple days late. So, I am, this week will be 3.5 years post-op vertical sleeve gastrectomy. My starting weight was 402 pounds in January of 2014. I had vertical sleeve gastrectomy at Kaiser South Bay with Dr. Gary Belsberg on April 14th, 2014 at 360.6 pounds. My weight last week on Monday was 212 pounds, and my weight today is 212 pounds. It did go up higher than that on Monday. If I would have made a video, it would have been 214.6 pounds, which was a 2.6 pound gain. So basically since I came back from New Hampshire, I am up almost 5 pounds, which is better than 7, but still not great. And why is that? You know, I think there are a variety of reasons for that. I think it's interesting that I was able to keep my weight stable while I was in New Hampshire eating candy every day, and then I came back and put weight on. I think part of that is I've always I think part of it is, you know, living with someone else in a different way, even than how I was living with Gracie. I think that I have very much, since I had weight loss surgery, sort of followed this, you know, I eat when I'm hungry, whether that's around set meal times or not, and because I work from home and my schedule is pretty flexible, that's been very easy for me to always sort of do. And also because unlike some weight loss surgery patients, I do feel hunger. I have since pretty early on in the process. So I basically listened to my body and eaten when I needed to eat. Well, when you're living with someone else, you don't always do that. They're hungry or there's food there, and have found myself dipping into the carb pool a little more, but healthier carbs, not, what am I talking about? I have only been off candy for like 4 days, but I have been off candy for 4 days. Pretty much, mostly. Was just texting with Tanya right before I made this video, and I do need to do a solid 3 weeks of keto. I'm probably not going to do that till after Obesity Help. Have a lot of social activity between now and through then, and I just don't know that it's realistic, and I don't really like to set myself up to fail. So I'm just gonna say I'm gonna do my best to make the decisions. The one thing that I think really impacts me that I had gotten away from was weighing every day. I need to do that. I really, really need to do that. And just since I started doing that, I've, you know, since Monday, lost 2.6 pounds. Having that number and being accountable to that is important to me, and I just need to generally make reasonable decisions. But the one small step for this week is weighing every day. I'm working out a lot. I'm working out with Brandon twice a day, and then going to Planet Fitness pretty much. I don't go on the days that I work out with Brandon, but the other 5 days pretty much going and doing cardio. I'm doing C to 10K. I did week 2, day 2 today, and I'm doing the stair climber. Last week, one day, I climbed, I don't know, something like 50 flights of stairs or something crazy, but I'm doing C to 5K, then a little bit of the stairs, then some abs, and stretching at Planet Fitness. So I'm now working out 6 to 7 days a week, which can't hurt, right? And it feels amazing. Although I'm really sore because yesterday's workout with Brandon, he made me do everything had a squat in it. And so my legs hurt, my butt hurts, my back hurts, it all hurts, but in a good way. So last week I talked about in my MMF. You guys know what that means, mental mind FARC, of weight loss surgery. I talked about setting some goals for October in terms of being, I don't know, vulnerable and authentic in all areas of my life. And I really struggled with that last week. And I do think it's connected to eating. I've been watching a lot of Brene Brown lately. You guys know I'm a fan. If you've watched me for any length of time, she has a new book coming out, or it's out. I think it's called Braving Wildly. I haven't gotten it yet, but I will. But I've been listening to some of her lectures. I've been listening to some Anthony Robbins stuff. I've actually been doing that at the gym instead of reading, which is what I used to do. And I watched this Anthony Robbins video today, which was about relationships. I'm put a link to it below. It's a pretty long video, but you'll get a sense of this pretty early on within the first 15 minutes. It's a relationship video, and the woman in the video is overweight, not hugely overweight, but overweight. And there's a little bit of talk about food, and there's a little bit of talk about how she is in relationship with her husband in terms of controlling and sort of, I don't know what I want to talk about this week, guys. I'm going to be honest, and I don't think I want to start over. Usually I have this stuff very well thought out in my mind, but there's a lot of stuff going on in my mind these days. Anyway, I put a link to this video. There's some stuff about weight and using food, and that might be interesting to people. But what I one of the things I talked about last week was being authentic in all my relationships. And I really struggled with this last week in listening to these lectures and trying to deal with my fear of talking about things that made me nervous and uncomfortable. But one of the things it did was help me sort of articulate in my head through a Brene Brown video that I was watching, what are my values? And I really defined my values as authenticity, love, honesty, and service. And so if those are truly my values, then I have to live those in the important relationships in my life, and even in the not so important relationships in my life. And so I finally did some work on that. But I think in those days before I did that, when I was really struggling with it, that's where those 2.6 extra pounds came from, where instead of, where I knew I wasn't being congruent with who I want to be as a person, and found myself stuffing my face with candy and other things, as opposed to actually dealing with that. So it's interesting to me that after I did that, I've been able to let go of some of those food behaviors that I was doing that aren't great for me. But anyway, I don't know. Work in progress, always a work in progress, trying to figure out. So much of this journey for me is mental and emotional. And I'm just trying to figure it out. This is the next phase. I have come a long way, but I still have a ways to go, and I need to be able to do that. I need to be able to work through that stuff in a way that doesn't sabotage my weight loss. So being aware of it, I think, is the first step, and this may not make any sense to anybody, but it's kind of where I'm at. Yeah. I was supposed to have my OH talk done last week. I don't have it done. I'm going to work on it today. Hopefully in the next few days I will. I'm very excited to see everybody who's coming. We did the Naked Truth last week. If you didn't see it, Esther VSG Trek was on, and she really, she continues to be an inspiration to me in terms of the way her approach to all this and the way she follows a keto lifestyle. So if you guys didn't catch that, I'll put a link to it below. I haven't made the video yet. I may make it right after this. But the WLS topic of the week is how do you define success as a weight loss surgery patient? So if you want to participate in that conversation, please feel free to. And yeah, I think that's all I have this week. So sorry if it seems like the last month or two my videos have been a little more disjointed than usual, and I think that's just because I'm a little more disjointed than usual, just trying to figure things out. And you guys have been such wonderful partners for me as I do that and verbally vomit it all on YouTube. Your support and continual inspiration and encouragement is amazing, and you know that you guys complete me. All right, I will talk to you soon. Have a great week. Bye-bye.